The winter solstice on December 21st not only brings a shift in season, but it also brings with it a new path that is now unfolding for all of us. And in this video today, I want to share with you some of the key things that I think you should know about this winter solstice, as well as a light code activation to help you really bring in those light codes, the higher level frequencies that are now available for us because of this winter solstice, to really assist you in helping you embrace that new path that is now available also for you. So the first thing I want you to know is that there's truly a new path now unfolding. I mean, you have done your work up until this point. All that you have done this year really led you to this point in time right now, where your new path is now unfolding because of all the work that you have done. Knowingly and often even unknowingly, you have done your work, and it really led you to this point, preparing you to really be ready for this new path that is now unfolding, this higher path, this soul path, that will really help you step into what your soul has come here to do for this lifetime. So basically, all the healing that you have done, all the work that you have done this year really now pays off to help you really embrace that new path that is unfolding. And aren't you ready for a new, more elevated, more uplifted path that for you, where you really get to experience all the beautiful things that up until this point maybe you have only dreamt about or wished for? Well, now all of that is now possible as you embrace this new path moving forward. And the second thing I want you to know is that there's also now a shift that can be felt. Like a noticeable shift can be felt now, where your life starts to fall into place. Like you're really noticing in your life, maybe even for yourself, that you have shifted. Your life is shifting. Things are starting to fall into place. Now, there's not just a shift happening like with the season, when you're looking outside, but also internally. Internally for you, you're noticing that. Also externally in your life, you're really noticing that now. And if you haven't, I really want to invite you, pause for a moment, not now while you're watching the video, but later, pause for a moment and just look in your life, look all areas in your life, and allow yourself to become aware how much things have shifted over just this year alone. Think back, where were you a year ago or the beginning of this year? And how much have you transformed? How much have you grown? How much has shifted in your life and in yourself since then? But this shift can be really felt, like really noticeably felt right now with this winter solstice coming up, leading up to the winter solstice. You're really feeling that immense shift that is happening. Like I said, especially on that day. Maybe take some time that day and really tune in to allow the shift to become even more noticeable for you. And then the third piece here is that there's also that inner growth that is also now becoming more apparent. Like you're realizing you're no longer who you once were just a few months ago, or most certainly not at the beginning of the year. I know for myself, if I'm looking back at the beginning of the year, I am not who I was just at the beginning of 2022. I have changed, I have transformed so tremendously, and I've seen it with my clients, and I've seen it with, other people that I'm talking to. And I want to invite you to set for yourself as well, become aware of that. Notice how much you have grown, how much you have transformed, because, well, you have evolved. This year was very, very transformative. I mean, a lot has been going on this year, and it was all to assist you to get to this point in time right now, to prepare us for this new, more elevated path that is now really unfolding for us. The shifts that are taking place in your life. If you wouldn't have done all the work and transformation and all that has happened this year, you wouldn't be ready for what is to come next. So that inner growth is now becoming apparent, where you made and also realize you're looking at life completely different. You're looking at things different. You may be looking at things from a more higher perspective. Right? So that too now becomes very apparent how much you have grown for yourself, spiritually, personally, maybe even physically, or in all other areas in your life, that you have truly grown and transformed. And the fourth piece here is that now is also a great time to reassess your life. I mean, we're towards the end of the year right now. It's a perfect time, the opportune time to gain some clarity, to look back over your life, to assess what has been working, what hasn't been working, what do you want, what do you not want anymore, what is aligned, in alignment, what is out of alignment, to really get clarity about all areas of your life, and then also gain clarity around where are you being asked, like internally from your soul, where are you being asked, where do you feel called to up-level your life, up-level yourself, up-level specific areas, or maybe make some shifts or readjust? Now is truly the perfect time to take time out to tune in, to gain clarity around that. And then moving forward, the fifth part here is that now you also have the opportunity to align yourself to that higher path for the next year. Now, as you're getting clarity of, you're reassessing your life, gaining clarity of what's out of alignment, where do you need to up-level, now you then also have the opportunity to really align yourself to that new path that is unfolding for you. Because now you can really set the stage for the new year, for 2023. Where you can really gain clarity of what do you want to experience next year? Who do you want to grow into next year? What do you want to create? What do you want to experience? What do you want to be doing? And those type of things. Set your intentions. Now is really the perfect time to do that, to review your life up until this point, and then set the intentions for the new year. So when the new year hits, you can really basically hit the ground running. You are already in the energy of, this is what I want this year to look like. This is what I want to create this year. Not starting the year like, okay, what do I want for this year? But start now. Get that clarity already of what do you want 2023 to look like. Set those intentions, set those goals. Get clear on what do you feel called to do, to move into moving forward. Maybe there's something that has been nudging on you for quite some time now, but you kind of put it aside or ignored it or didn't really want to look at that. Well, now is the perfect time to maybe do that. Because a new path is unfolding. Well, this new path also means looking at those things that maybe up until this point you weren't ready to look at. You know, getting that plan put in place or getting some clarity around that plan, that blueprint for how you want this new path to unfold for you. You get to decide what you want, but it's like tuning in and getting clarity around that. Up-level your goals, your desires that will then match that higher plan that is unfolding, that higher, that soul's higher plan or path that is unfolding for you. And if you want clarity around that, I do have a reading. It's called Your Year Ahead, where I give you insights into the next 12 months. And now this would be perfect for 2023. For you to get some insights into the core lessons you will be learning next year. What is important for you to know about each main area of your life around finances, love and relationship, health and wellness, your personal and spiritual growth, your soul's plan or soul's path, all of those, and what is truly important for you to learn. There are 15 questions that we'll be answering within that reading, giving you clear guidance for what this next year will hold for you. If that is of interest to you right now, I also have the holiday special, so check it out. Link is in the description below if that is of interest to you. But let's move into light language so we can really bring in those light codes that are now available to us because of this winter solstice. So if you can please put both feet on the ground, get centered, just take a deep breath in and breathe in light of love. And when you breathe out, drop into your heart and then close your eyes. Now you may call upon your team of guides, your soul, your higher self to step forward and connect with you now. And I want to invite you to set the intention to really open yourself up for this activation, as it will help you to really embrace this new path that is unfolding for you, really welcoming it in so you can align to that and create the life that is truly meant for you, that you're meant to live. I now also call upon the highest and best, most loving guides, archangels, ascended masters, and beings of the light that can best support us now, even the guides of the season, to step forward and connect with us, to please open us up for this activation, for these light codes that are now available to us, to open us up for all the good things that are coming our way now because of this solstice activation, this winter solstice, this change in seasoning. And we ask for divine support and guidance in please clearing and cleansing our energy field so we may align ourselves to this new, more evolved path that is now unfolding. Removing any and all fears, doubts, and limited thinking that could be holding us back, blocking us from really embracing this. And please help us open us up to this new experience that is truly to our highest and greatest good and that will serve us and the collective as a whole. Please give us insights into our new path so we may know what is asking to unfold and what is asking to be expressed through us. And please release any resistance that we may have to allowing this to unfold easily, joyfully, and expansively. And please collapse any and all timelines where we had chosen not to follow our soul's calling, opening our heart to the excitement and the expansion of this new path. And please give us strength, courage, and confidence through this winter solstice activation, welcoming in this change as it is to our highest and greatest good, and the highest and greatest good of all concerned. And so it is. Urana lenu stres trachnest usta. Ul anne ur anne la astur uste narachte urachta a utra anne estu usta aha. Naralelur a urachte ehe. Turana uste utarachate nura ea ilukrukata an ustena nutaran a estu ela a euka ekur achnel a iur atur astre nura annakate nura hai ukateshta nal alle elur achte etur a Eko ugana alle kete ustachne wutere era alle nura anna alle na rachate etu utara alle etur utaras turu uhta ne etur a iukuta eust anna etu tikta alle enur astra a nura alahe ulla anne ust enur astra euta Eukta ana ekitu ukta ektu una estur anekta ura ana eturu ulana esturu nura anakata ura hata eturu ula ane etura astra iuta eutara alena iru ra anna ustra anna achte ur achte enna aha. Beloved, now we wish to invite you to open up yourself, to open up your senses, to allowing that what is old, that what is outdated to leave your physical body, to leave your energetic body, to leave your mental mind. Letting it go as the past no longer serves you, as the past only hinders you from opening yourself up to the new experiences that are just awaiting you for you to open yourself up to welcome them in. Release that what is old, release that what is outdated, release that what has been and no longer is. Tur ast achne elur a ilur ahi tur anna. Nura anna hal elur an estur a iuktaha. Nura anna hal elur ahi tur urahata tun a tekete enur astre e utara annal a iur a irusta. Ena esturachte nur alle utara anna alle elur anne estura nuranna alle nuura astre ehur a iur astra ahitu etara akte enara a ilura astra utan a ituru unnachte. Now take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in light and love, then breathe out all the energy that is now ready to be released. Anything that has come up for you, let it go, release it. It is done. No longer within you. You have closed a chapter on all that has been, and it was outdated, that you were ready to release at this time. Now we also wish to ask you to open yourself up to a whole new experience, this new higher path for yourself, for your soul. Open yourself up to receiving the insights, the glimpses, the downloads of what you need to know at this time in order to move forward. Turai utanel elaisturu etururachtenek uratel elur aiuta urahanas turuste ura en aitur ulana e aiwahena ewakata anate kete istuta eturustana etura asturu ustara aiukta Nura alai, nur ai, ukata anust araish taraa, turus taraa iust inahi taraa, utara anna tekitu. Open yourself up to the mysticism of your path. You do not need to know all the steps right now to see the grander vision yet. All that is required of you is to open yourself up to the experience, to allow this path to unfold as it is to your highest and greatest good, and will bring you greater fulfillment, greater meaning, greater joy, happiness, and abundance, and anything else that you deeply desire. Un arenugra ist ura achtele elur ahituru tur anna ate etur ahitur urachta tur anna ate enur a iutara urastara aitur ula anna etukru ust enna atekte elura a iuste ura anna aitur nu urana a nu uran al ela a itur ur a iukta a estur ura anekta a etur uran elur a itur ur astre est ara anna ate etu utara anakte utara a iukta anna. And if fear may present itself at this time, or doubt about your path moving forward, let it come up, let it come to the surface, acknowledge it, but then choose to say no more, that this is not what you wish to carry forth. And choose to let it go. Let it dissolve in the nothingness where it came from. Letting it go. Releasing it. Because you are now a stronger, more awakened, more empowered being than you once were before. Embrace that inner strength. Embrace that inner courage. Embrace that inner knowing that this is your path. That this is what is meant to unfold, that you have all the resources, the guidance, the support, anything and everything that you will need on this path moving forward. You already have it, and it will come into your awareness whenever you need it, whenever the time is right. Kur ast rehetur ur achtele elur an atehe, tur anna alle elur astra a idur ur achitana, nur anne etur a iura a irwa a irwa a irwa a irustena ahi, lura nae ustra. Nur anna alle nur ur hadne etur ustra, udara alle nur ustene elur ahetu. Now imagine a waterfall of white light. White, sprinkly light coming from up above, washing down over you, infusing you with these new light codes that will raise your vibration, raise your frequency, uplifts you into the higher level of consciousness, activates within you that is what is now important for you to embody moving forward. Letting anything else be washed away, but your body infused with these beautiful light codes, the light codes of activation, of ascension, of healing. Tur anna lakte elur a iura astre estunaa, anna la alela alela lektu ura, nura nakte estura ste uktaa, urach lena ale turu tur ura a tur ura astra, estur uste etakate enura. Keep embodying these light codes. Kuruste enur ale ela ale, urana a ituru, urana a ituru. Feel yourself uplifting in frequency, in vibration, lifting higher and higher and higher. Kur astrelur alle ele, ur anna atektu urae urae urastra, nur anakata anneuta, nur anne etustra. Now let's bring it home and anchor it into your being right now, grounding yourself back into the here and now. Taking all that has been given to you right at this time and anchoring it in, anchoring it in. Feel yourself heavy on the chair or the surface that you're sitting or lying on. feeling yourself grounded back into the here and now as the more awakened, more evolved, higher vibrating being that you already are. Welcome in these new feelings, these new insights, all that we have just been given to you. You have been activated now. You have released what was ready to be released. And you have opened yourself up to step onto this new path moving forward. And so it is, and it is done. Blessed be. Now you may take a deep breath in and just anchoring all that what has been given to you just now. Anchoring it in. And when you're ready, you may come back into the here and now. Open up your eyes. Maybe stomp your feet a little bit to get back into the here and now. To ground yourself back into the here and now. I really hope you enjoyed this beautiful activation. There was definitely a lot happening. I can feel myself feeling more lighter right now, more higher vibrating right now. So I would love to know from you though, what did you experience? What did you see something? Do you have some insights? Or what was your experience during this activation? I would love to know. And leave a comment below, let me know. And while you're at it, maybe even hit the like button, and maybe even share it with someone that you think could benefit from listening to this activation as well. But here you go, you have the insights into this winter solstice for December the 21st, and you've been given the light code activation. Now, the best thing that you can do moving forward now to really make the most out of this, for one, maybe listen to this activation again on that day, on the winter solstice on December the 21st, so you can really bring in the frequencies even more on that day. Now, you can listen to it more often if you would like, so just save it to your watch later list maybe, or to one of your playlists so you can get back to it very easily. But then also really take time out, because there's truly a shift that can be felt and this new path unfolding, and it's an invitation for you to just kind of tune in to get clarity of what is that for you. What are you not ready to release, and what are you not ready to call forth? And like I said, like I mentioned earlier, this is now the perfect time right before the year's over to gain clarity of, for one, how much you have grown, how much you have transformed, all the experience that you've had, all the accomplishments of this year, and then set the intention of what do you want this new year to unfold for you, what do you want to call forth, what you want to experience. And like I mentioned earlier, if you would like some clarity from within your Akashic Records, check out my Your Year Ahead Akashic Record reading, where I will give you the insights, that roadmap, that blueprint for the next year. And then from there, it will be easier for you to then get clarity for yourself, more those actionable steps of what you then feel called to do, having in mind of what the next year really holds for you. So if that's of interest to you, definitely check out the link in the description below. But thanks so much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and definitely that you also have a beautiful winter solstice and holiday season. Now be sure to check out this next video here about the 11 signs that you're actually meant to be a spiritual mentor, a spiritual way shower, to get some insights into that. I really think you're going to love it. And I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make it an amazingly abundant, successful day. Namaste.